Hey man, just working man, working man.
That's
Keep grinding,
good.
bro. Hey
Thank
man, I
you.
didn't know you had a voice like that.
Yeah, bro.
Now, where you get that voice from? You sound like you got that country voice raised in them churches, man. Where you get that
Yeah.
voice from?
Yeah, I'm from Bethune, South Carolina. So, growing up down here, singers, they always start off in the church, which I did. So, yeah, that's where I got that voice from. It's a singing voice. But, I do R&B, though.
Now, where's Bethune, South Carolina? I ain't never heard of that shit.
Well, it's not Bethune-Cookman, but it's because a lot of people get that. They be like, "What Bethune-Cookman?" I'll be like, "Nah, Bethune, South Carolina." But we're near Florence. We're near Camden. I'm actually close to Charlotte. I'm about like an hour and 30 minutes from Charlotte. But yeah, we're in that area.
Now, was you singing lead choir? Do you have any solos in the choir? Like, tell me about that.
I was the Michael Jackson of the choir.
Oh shit.
Yeah, I was because I started off at 5. My mom, she was like the youth director, so when your parents is the youth director, they're gonna make sure that you're front and center for everything on that youth choir. So yeah, she had me sing on that choir from 5 to 18.
Now, is your parents as talented as you are at singing?
No, but my mama, she could carry a tune. But I do come from a background of singers, but nah, my parents ain't no singers. But my mama, she could carry a tune, but my dad, no.
So, at what age you started writing music?
Well, you got started writing music. I actually just started writing music recently, because back when I first started, I was in a boy band called First Class, which that was like a little R&B hip hop group, which I didn't really write music in the group. We had another group member that took care of that situation.
Mm-hmm.
But since the band had disbanded, I just I had to start writing my own music, and so I just started actually writing. So me and my brother, we actually collab a lot together, and sometimes I write the hooks and he write the verses. Sometimes he write the hooks and I write the verses. So
Now, what was the first song, first solo you had in the choir? You remember that song?
yeah, it was my favorite song. It's called "Troubles of the World."
Now, who sang that song?
I don't know. See, like I said, I came from a family background, so I used to hear my aunts and them sing it a lot. So I just started singing it because they started singing. But I don't know who that. I think I want to say Lee Williams, if I'm not mistaken. But
Mm.
yeah, but I used to hear my aunts them sing it a lot. They're called the Miller sisters. They were like real well known down here in our area. So I used to every time they anniversary, they used to sing that song, and I used to just mimic them. So I just started singing it.
Yeah, man. 'Cause I hear your voice though. Did you ever take singing lessons growing up, or it just came natural?
I'm gonna be honest. It came natural for me, but my parents, my dad, he was really on me, like, cause whenever his kids do something, like he's a big supporter. So he was like, "We still need to get you singing lessons." And I used to take offense to that, cause I'm like, "Wait a minute, what I need?" But I was young, and I was like, what, "So you trying to say I can't sing?" And he was like, "No, just," he said, "Everybody takes singing lessons." So now that I got older, I realized a lot of celebrities take singing lessons. So it's not saying that, oh no, you can't sing, but it's just to keep your voice still good and just to help you out a little bit. But I didn't take singing lessons as a child, but as an adult, yes.
Right, right, right. I mean, you see people like a lot of artists do that. You see Drake taking singing lessons. He can't sing a
Yeah,
lick though.
yeah, yeah,
But
yeah.
yeah, do you believe you can teach somebody how to sing, or you just got to have it naturally?
You said, can I teach somebody?
Do you believe you could? Do you believe you can teach someone how to sing, or you got to have that in you inside of you
I
naturally?
feel like you got to have it naturally. I don't think you could teach somebody how to sing. I mean, you could take somebody into the studio and and you can record them, but I mean, I don't think it's going to be 100% what we expected. But with the whole auto tune and all that stuff, auto tune can make anybody sound good. But I think you just have to have it naturally to give your all, especially doing live performances.
Right, right. But you see in this business, it's a lot of talented people
Hmm.
who come and go. So what are going to make you different from those people who come and go? They're here for a while. It take more than talent to make it. So it look
Yeah,
like you got to have the talent, the face for it, the
yeah.
charisma, and so on and so forth. But what separates you from the rest of those?
Well, I'm like very humble because like I got a little buzz going down here in my area. in my area, but I'm very humble. I feel like in this business, you have to be very humble. I mean, I understand you do have to be about your business, and sometimes you can't always be nice, but you also can't be nasty and rude. So basically, your attitude is basically going to help you in the long run this music business, because radios ain't gonna play somebody that's real disrespectful to them and being nasty to them. Also, looks goes a long way. I'm a fashionable guy because I feel like fashion and music go hand to hand, because your image is everything. Because you have to keep in mind, even though that you're doing music, you're considered as a product, and you always want to be the face of your product. Which I'm always going to be the face of my product, so I have to make sure I look good and make sure my haircut stays nice, make sure my teeth stay white. Um, and just keep in mind that everything is not going to always go your way. It's going to be some losses and there's going to be some wins. So you can't always get into something thinking that, oh, just because you feel like you did good or your song is doing good, that it's supposed to always be number one, that you're supposed to always get all the awards, because it just doesn't work like that.
Did you play any instruments growing up as well?
No, I didn't. Mm-mm.
Okay. Uh, and then you said something that stood out. You said about the singing. Do you feel like auto tune is kind of watered down real singers?
Say that again for me.
Do you feel like auto tune watered down like real singing, people who can really sing?
Yeah, I feel like it, but I'm no. Let me say, I don't necessarily think so, because a lot of people think thought T-Pain couldn't really sing, because they was like, why he always using autotune, but T-Pain actually got a good behind voice.
He got a
So
decent voice. It's alright.
no,
It's alright. It ain't nothing on it.
I think no. If you after this interview, I think you need to go look up. I think he was saying the change is gonna come. You got to hear him saying that brother could sing. T-Pain, I was like, well, what the? I think he just used autotune because nobody wasn't using it at that time like that. But no, I don't. I mean, autotune is. I mean, it's good and it's bad. I prefer it. I really don't want to use autotune. I mean, if it's going to give that song that extra boost and that extra feel, then that's cool. But not on every track you're going to hear autotune.
I look at it like this though. A lot of people against. I would listen to Jay-Z song "Death for Auto Tune,"
Yeah.
and I don't really like that song by Jay because I feel like it's kind of hating. Like just because you use auto tune don't mean it work for everybody. You see
Yeah.
what I'm saying? T-Pain and Future and even Travis Scott's of the world, they just have a unique sound and they just know how to craft it
Yeah.
and make the best product out of auto tune.
Yeah. And I'm gonna be honest, I have been told, people was like, how do you get, because they say when I sing sometimes that my voice do sound like it got auto tune. I'll be like, what? They be like, how do you get your voice to sound like it, make it sound like it got auto tune? I'll be like, well, I really never noticed that my tone sound like that. But I'm telling you, if you hear it on the record, trust and believe, I do got lag on it. And so if you
Yeah.
hear it on the record, just know that's basically kind of like my voice. Because sometimes, like I said, people do say that my voice do sound like it sounds like auto tune.
And then you see some people sing good in the studio, then in person they can't sing though. You know,
Yeah.
what's your thoughts on that?
I mean, you do have some people that's studio artists, and then you have some people that just performers. That's great entertainers. I'm gonna just say, for an example, Keisha Coles. I love Keisha Coles to death, but I feel like, to me, Keisha Coles is a studio artist, because when she performed, I don't know if she's still kind of nervous, which she shouldn't be that nervous because she's been in the game almost 20 years now. But I feel like when she sang live, it just don't excite me than how she sounds in the studio.
Who are some other artists you feel like are studio singers and they ain't really real singers?
Um, I'm gonna say Chris Brown. Don't get me wrong. I look up to Chris. I look up to Chris Brown. Chris Brown is the GOAT. But to me, Chris Brown, he's a very great studio artist. Now, he's a great entertainer, performing, dancing wise. But I think when it comes to singing live, nah, he's not really that vocal singing live. But
Mm.
I think the dancing moves and just all his hits just make up for that, though.
Mm, yeah, I don't know if he's the GOAT though. That's debatable. That's
Yeah.
arguable to me, in my opinion.
Oh,
But
and also Trey Songz, because I'm telling you, when he did that, it was a couple years ago. I don't know if you watched it. He did the BET Awards where he performed "Your Side of the Bed." Then he went into the Purple Rain thing for
I think I remember
Prince.
that. That wasn't that
Yeah,
good. That
that
wasn't
wasn't
that
good.
good.
Now Trey Songz is a
It,
studio artist, but performing live, no.
and then he did. I remember he dedicated the song to Usher. I don't know if you remember that. He dedicated that song. He was dedicating the song to Usher. He was singing Usher, some of Usher hits like Uh,
Yeah. I know what you're talking
Slow
about.
Jams. He playing that
Yeah,
song.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
Slow Jams. Or and I think he said it was another record. I can't remember. I think it was a record by Monica. He was performing those songs. And I was like, yeah, that shit ain't hitting right there.
Yeah, yeah,
It ain't hitting. And even Drake, for example, Drake on record sound good. You know what? Drake's not a real singer though. A
yeah,
good R&B singer, but he make good
yeah,
R&B records though.
yeah. He does.
Uh, you see the light. When did you guys get in the studio though?
Huh?
When did you start going to the studio, like taking it serious?
Taking it serious. Middle school, 8th grade, like with the boy band. We used to, cause we wasn't driving at that point, and you know, parents after a certain time of day, parents is not coming back out their house. So me and my boys used to get together, and we'll walk to a in-house studio where a friend of ours, a older friend of ours, he had an in-house studio. He used to record us, and then we went to some audition in Columbia, which we got discovered by our then manager, who was had his own independent label. He signed us, and then we just started working with him, and then we actually went to a real live studio. So about my eighth, when I was in 8th grade.
How old you is now?
I'm 27.
Okay, so this been like what 12, 13 year grind sound like 20.
Yeah,
But how
yeah.
does that grind feel? Do you feel like you're making progress?
Yeah, from the boy band to now, I really feel like I made a lot of progress. Because you know, in the boy bands, you really can't figure out who you are as an artist, because you have to, you have to definitely humble yourself. You have to check your ego. You have to keep in mind that it's a full board band, so you're not going to always get all the solos. You're not going to always be the one in the middle. So you just have to learn how to compromise. But I feel like as a solo artist, I could do everything on my own. I'm always on time. I don't have to wait for nobody being late. Um, my songs are actually like making me money, so everything goes to me. You know, I pay my producer fees and all that stuff, but other than that, all my money comes to me. um and I just feel like I made a lot of progress. I feel like my hustle is just I'm really hungry this time of go around.
And when I hear it in your music though, and the one I
Yeah.
live for, like, what did you get the name for?
Well, that came from it's a track that was my first thing that I ever released called One I Live For. It was actually the first R&B song to ever chart on South Carolina hip hop chart, the first R&B song ever. So I was just going back and forth through titles. Really, the title for my EP was going to be called Finally, because I finally put out an EP. But I was like, now after listening to the track, I was like, I should name this One I Live For, because basically in the songs I'm dedicating my music to females, and each song is really dedicated about a female. So I was like, yeah, I'm just name it after the single One I Live For.
And back to the other question. I know I'm going back and forth with you right now,
No, you
but you
good.
said Keisha Cole get nervous. Do you ever get nervous about performing in a live audience?
No, I love it. I love it. And the reason why I love it so much, because I I'm the type of person, I look at performances. Either I look at professionals, I look at or upcoming artists like myself. And one thing I notice is that a lot of people, they just get up there and sing the song, and sometimes they sing with the backtrack. Me, I'm a sing live. I'm not singing with no background. I'm not going to sing over my vocals. I'm just going to have probably like the chorus and the things, but I'm going to sing live. And I also noticed that a lot of people, like I said, they just get up there and sing. They don't actually entertain. See, I want to be able to sing and entertain, so I just try to figure out what can I add in my performances to make me stand out than the rest of the artists. So that's why I love performing live.
You know why I think Michael Jackson is probably one of the GOAT entertainers? Because for him to go up there and do dance flips, back flips,
Yeah,
and gyrate on fucking stage for
yeah.
45 minutes to an hour at 35 years of age,
Mm-hmm.
and still, he was still singing the songs and
Mm-hmm.
dancing at the same damn time. This
Yeah.
man is a fucking superhuman, bro.
Yeah. Yeah. Michael Jackson's just in a category by himself. He's like, it's like Michael Jordan, Kobe Bryant, Michael Jackson. They had those special categories. Even in Beyonce, they had those special categories when they by themselves. And like I say, I think they kind of noticed too, like Beyonce and Michael Jackson. They look at performances, and they see a lot of people don't put in too much into their shows, because I think if I'm mistake, correct me if I'm wrong, because I'm thinking when you put into all that much stuff into your live performances, it's going to cost extra. So that's going to come out of, that's going to either come from your budget and all that stuff. And a lot of artists, they want to keep all their money, so they feel like they just don't have the put on a real show. They just get up with a microphone and just sing. But see, that's not always the case, because sometimes people just want to come and see a live performances. Because if you're just going to sing with a microphone and that's it, and just have a stage, then where I could have just stayed home and listened to you in my CD in my car. Especially if you gotta give your all.
I think R. Kelly was a good performer too, though. I don't know if you watched some of his shit.
Yeah, I watch R. Kelly stuff. Yeah, I
He's a
still
very
watch
good
R.
performer,
Kelly.
and he
Yeah,
sounds good live. They say.
R. Kelly. Yeah, I would say, yeah. From the perform, I saw the Melly thing that he did at BT Awards a couple years ago, and I liked it. That, yeah.
How you felt about his Whitney Houston contribute that? Remember that?
Oh yeah, I was about. That's what I really was gonna get into when he sung at Whitney Houston funeral. When he sung "I
Now,
Look
let me
Good."
ask you this: do you feel like he did a good job? Yes or no?
No, I feel like he wrote the song. The song was beautiful, but do I feel like he did a good job? Mm-mm. I feel like it was too much yelling.
You know what? When I look at all the allegations he had, for him to get up there at her funeral, that
Yeah,
showed me right there where we at in society. That people can forget, but when you get a group of people who talk about you
yeah,
and get this hate monger group, you can get allegations thrown at you. You see what I'm saying?
yeah, yeah.
Uh, I don't know, but what about Bobby Brown? Bobby Brown in his heyday was a damn good performer.
Yes, yes. Because I was when I watching the Bobby Brown movie, that just made me go look at some of his older videos. Like he was
He
the
get
guy.
down in the
Yeah, he was
crowd
getting
like
that. Yeah, he was getting down.
he used to dance and do all that. Even though
Yeah,
I feel like a lot of people say he the king of R&B, that is just preposterous. That is idiotic to me. When motherfuckers
yeah,
say he the king of R&B. Whitney Houston was high out of her mind when she said that shit.
yeah,
The goat of R&B is R. Kelly. He's from Chicago.
yeah,
Like the goat of Michael Jordan is the goat. The two goats are from Chicago. Chicago
yeah.
birthed goats down there for some reason.
You
You,
think so?
you don't think R. Kelly the goat? You think Bobby Brown the goat?
No, I'm not. I think we throw the goat around too many times. I mean, just throw it out loosely. Which both of
Explain.
the artists, I feel like when you consider yourself a goat, I feel like you have to be known worldwide, just
You
not
don't
just
think
in
R.
the
Kelly
United
known
States.
worldwide?
No, I think he is, but I feel like R. Kelly, the king of R&B. I mean, I can see it, yeah, because R. Kelly, yeah, because he definitely wrote some hits for some of our R&B artists.
He
He
wrote a
sold a
hit for
lot,
Michael Jackson.
yeah,
You are not alone.
yeah, he sold a lot of records. So yeah, I just think we just have to separate, his personal life from his music.
Oh
So
yeah, yeah. People
yeah,
don't
yeah,
give him the
yeah,
benefit of the doubt, bro.
yeah, yeah.
But you know what I'm saying? Even white people. White people listen to R. Kelly. You
Yeah,
see
they
what
love
I'm
I Believe I Can Fly. Yeah, that
saying?
song. I
If that
think
song was in the church, you remember that song in the church?
that
You was
yes,
growing up.
that song. Well, my mom said that song was very popular in
Asian
graduation
people was doing
area.
that song. I
Yeah,
remember
in the '90s, she said that was a very popular
that was on the
graduation
Space
song.
Jam. That was on the Space Jam channel, and that was
Yep,
back in the day when somebody made a classic movie or whatever. They actually got the good artists to make a soundtrack to it.
yep,
Man, they did so many remakes of I Believe I Can Fly and shit. They had Asian people in quiet. They had a whole pandemic of people saying I Believe I Can Fly.
yeah,
And
yeah,
then he did the gospel. He did the whole gospel album. People forget about R.
yeah,
Kelly.
yeah. I know. I love that gospel album. I listened to
That was
that.
a great gospel album too, by the way.
Yes, it was.
He worked with I forgot some of them gospel people. There was some
I know.
legends.
I know he worked with Kelly Price on it.
Kelly Price. Kelly Price is
Kim.
homegirl.
Yeah, Kim Burrell.
Oh yeah, yeah, that's who it
Yeah,
was. Kim.
yeah,
He wrote hits, man. The man wrote hits. So I just feel like people say, like you just said, you gotta separate his personal life from the artist.
exactly.
And then I see you in all white. So what made you come up with that cover?
Talking about for the all white. Cause I'm gonna be honest, and I'm not trying to sound cocky, but I mean I do look good in all white. That's just I think white and green is my color for some reason. I don't know. But when we did my photo shoot, I was like, I have to have a cover with the all white tux. And my stylist, which is my best friend, she got everything together. And when we did that, because we were still looking, because I said I knew for a fact I wanted my photo cover to be in that white suit, but we didn't know which picture to take. I mean, we didn't know which picture to choose from, but when we got that picture with me on that microphone, we was like, yeah, this is definitely the one.
How many shoots it took you to get that picture right?
It took, I would say about a good, because it was a lot. In that white outfit, I did a lot of shoots. I would say about a good 10,
Mm.
because the microphone kept going down. We was trying, like, we just had a long day. I think just because I was a little aggravated, because that white suit was my last suit, because I had 4 costume change, so that was my last change for the day, and I think I was just aggravated after that point.
How long you was shooting that day, man?
3 hours.
God damn, just to get a
Hmm.
picture?
Just them photos of, like I said, you're your brand, you're your image. So you have to make sure you got the right photos, the right angles. Yeah. So it took us a while.
And how many people do you have on your team right now?
How many people I have on my team? I'm gonna be honest. Just really me and my best friend. She styles me, so I consider her on my team. I have my other best friend. She like kind of helps with like my statuses and all that stuff, so I can make sure I sound professional. Because sometimes I can get a little hood. And then my brother who helps me write my music. So I say about to have a good 5-man team.
So I know you're doing it big right now. I know you're making a whole lot of money because you got all the people to work for you. I'm trying to find people to work for me, to work for my platform. God damn it, bro.
But
But
see,
God damn, bro.
they don't charge me.
So they don't charge you.
No,
Where they find these people at?
they family. We hustling together because they know if something pop off with this career, they know I'm not gonna be that type of person that just leave my people behind. I'm not that type of person. I'm like that to this day. Like with my job, because I work at Wells Fargo. If I got it, my friends got. Because like Jay-Z say, you can't be rich if everybody around you is broke. You're not really considered
That's
as rich.
selfish.
That's selfish. Yeah,
Uh, so you got a little family hustle thing going on.
yeah. We got a little family hustle.
Oh man, that's lit right there, man. That's dope, man.
Yeah.
Uh, and I'm pretty sure labels have came after you, right? Has any labels or serious big labels came after you?
No, down here in South Carolina, because like I said, the R&B scene is not really popping like that. So I'm just trying to make my way in. I told myself this year I'm gonna try to get so many features with so many rappers, because rapping down here, everybody love the rappers down here. So I'm trying to get on so many features with rappers so they can notice me, so I can stand out. But no labels have came after me just yet. Hopefully they come soon. Because I'm gonna be honest, I had a dream a dream, like a for real dream. Like it felt so for real that I got signed to RCA Records, and I was like, wow, and it just felt so real that I had to wake up to make sure it wasn't true.
Now, let me tell you something. RCA is a very good damn label because I love what they did to R. Kelly career.
Yeah,
Now, R. Kelly was a star regardless because R. Kelly is undeniable, like
yeah,
unadulterated talented. But I feel like that label pushed a big budget for his albums, and they gave him whatever he wanted, and they helping Bryson Tiller right now too.
yeah,
RCA, it just
yeah,
man. So RCA is a big label though, man. Does it
yeah.
really matter what label you sign to, or don't?
No, I mean, to be honest, I would like to stay independent if it makes sense. Like if I have the real support that I could get if I'm signed with the major label, then independent would be very, because independent, you keeping everything, to be honest.
Yeah,
Just make
damn
sure that
yeah.
make sure you pay everything. But I feel like with just with the record labels, they just really upfront stuff up front for you, like it's a loan at the end of the day. They're giving you a loan to go ahead and get everything moving, you just have to pay it back. So I feel like either way it goes, long as it just makes sense, and I just don't want to be take advantage of. So long as if it makes sense, then hey, I'll be happy with whatever.
Why do you feel like a lot of people in South Carolina is not gravitating towards the R&B scene like they do the hip hop scene?
Um, I don't know. I feel like they feel like R&B is dead. Um, but I'll be trying to tell them like R&B has never been dead. It's the fact that y'all just gravitate to the rappers now because in the clubs y'all want to pop it, lock and drop it. But
Bust it wide open.
exactly, but you can't make love to a rap song. I mean, you can if I
These new
mean,
girls do. These new
yeah,
girls
you
do.
you right, yeah, you right. But I feel like they just don't gravitate to R&B because maybe they. I feel like right now we just got a lot of ratchet people in South Carolina. But now I'm
Oh
gonna be
yeah.
honest. But my people, they really show me love. Like I said, everybody is feeling my single yes no. So I'm hopefully I'm in the right lane to try to bring R&B back for South Carolina.
Now, what woman inspired you to write all those love songs for that project?
I just thought about my ex girlfriends. Yeah, you had some women that you know that I wish I would have stayed with. I had some women that I did wrong. So I mean, yeah, just and sometimes I just looked at some of my own friends and sisters' experiences as well, and I wrote stuff off that as well.
That's lit. That's lit, man. And speaking of that, I think everybody can vouch for that. Everybody got exes they wish they could take back or whatever the case may
Yeah,
be. Or things you feel like you could have did differently in a relationship once you leave it. and you away
Exactly.
from it. Yeah.
Yeah.
And speaking of that, we're gonna talk about your song "Trying," man. That was a
Yeah.
very deep song right there.
Oh, you
Like,
listen to it?
yeah, I do my research, man. I do what I do. I do what it do. Uh, and in the song and "Trying," man, you say you felt guilty. Do you feel guilty?
Mm-mm. No, let's go. So let me tell you about that song was really about my parents. So we
Mm,
had an incident last. I'm not gonna really get into details, but it was an incident that happened over the summer, and after everything got calm and settled, it was really based off my father. Between him and my stepmama at that time, it's like he almost lost her, and he was trying to fix his wrongs. And so after everything got settled, I was like, me and my brother, I was like, we got to write a song about that. And then I heard the beat, and I was in the gym on the little cardio machine. And I was like, and I just started singing the hook. I was like, I love you so, I'm never gonna let you go. And then that's how that just came about.
that's lit right there, man. It just hit you
Hmm.
right there.
Yeah,
That's lit, man. So it look like your songs hit you in like in different areas though. You could just be doing something and it just hit you in weird spots in life.
exactly. Yep, it be hitting me like sometimes I be because I work from home. Sometimes I be on the phone with my customers, and I have to put them on pause. And I'll grab my phone and I'll record myself singing that hook so I don't forget it. Or
Mm,
sometimes it happen in the car. So I just always make sure I have my phone charged up that it ain't dying, so I can just
mm.
record it so I can keep that same melody in my head. And then I try to find a beat or reach out to a producer to see what we could do with that, and just try to come up with some stuff.
Now, what is the voicemail for the outro for that song? You did a voicemail. What was that about? Explain the outro of that song.
So, basically, the voicemail was basically the guy leaving the girl a female, the female of voicemail, letting her know, like, basically, it's to me, it sounded like a stalking song. Basically, letting her know, like, I know you in that house somewhere. I know you in that house stopping doing my phone calls. I know you're not with another nigga, so pick up that phone. You got your mama out here looking at me all crazy. You got the dogs out here barking and shit. Just yeah, it was just something that I just wanted to play around with.
So you did it, or you found it on YouTube or somewhere on the internet?
Oh, somebody that left that voicemail.
Yeah.
Oh, that was me.
Oh, okay. That's lit.
Yeah,
That's lit right there. That's
yeah.
lit. And who made the beat for you?
Justin, he's a producer. Justin Geechee, he's a producer from Florence, South Carolina.
That's lit. That's lit, man. And
Hmm.
I had a conversation with somebody about this other day. I felt like Beyonce made some of her best music when she was with the group. Would you agree with that?
Yeah. We just talked about that last night. I was telling my best friend because she was just like, we was like, it just, at the end of the day, if Beyonce releases out a single, it's going to be nominated for all the awards in the whole wide world. But I said, to be honest, her last real hit single, if you look at it, was Single Ladies. And that was like almost 10 years ago.
I
And
hate that
before,
fucking song. I
you
hate
do?
that. The Dream wrote that song.
Yeah,
He's a
the Dream.
genius.
Yeah, he
He's a
wrote that
musical
song.
genius.
Yeah,
And he's a
Dream don't
great
never.
songwriter.
If he don't never do nothing else, he'll always eat forever off that song.
Bro, he made 15 million. I heard off Rihanna's song Umbrella.
Umbrella, yeah.
That's what they say. I
And then
don't know
he
if that.
wrote Baby Baby by Justin Bieber.
He did. He wrote that record too.
Yeah, him and Christina Milian. Because they was married at the time.
Oh yeah, yeah. He was made her.
Yeah.
That was Wayne's girlfriend too. Damn, I forgot.
Uh-huh.
They got a baby with Nivea.
Nivea, they
Uh,
got a little triangle.
Boy, that's
but
weird right there.
but I agree with you. Beyonce, when she was with Destiny Child, she definitely made a lot of hits with Destiny Child. So I feel like some of her best music was with Destiny Child.
I
And
think
I
Child.
just
Mm-hmm.
and I just
You go.
felt like I don't know, but yeah, I agree with you. She really just made a lot of her best music with Destiny Child.
I feel like the Child of Destiny was their best group project. That last album they did before they split up.
Destiny
Uh,
Fulfill?
yeah, yeah, yeah. With all them
Mm-mm.
naked on the cover. That's their
No,
best album to me.
no,
That ain't their
no.
best album.
Writing on the walls.
Ain't they best?
That
That's a good album.
yo, no, that's the best album. That album you could play with no skips. I listened to
So
that
you
album.
can't play Destiny Fulfilled with no skips. They ain't got no skips on there.
Mm.
It ain't no skips. T-shirt. They got Soldier. They got
You right, but at the end of the day, that Writing on the Walls album, that album took them like 2 years. I mean, not 2 years to make, but it took them. They was performing that album for a long time, like 2 years since it was released. It Destiny Fulfilled was just like I'm gonna say really, boom, we got it out. go on tour and that's it. But Writing on the Walls, they had tours after tours based off that album.
I want to know was that the one when they got that
That was the one with
Independent Ladies? What that song with the Independent? With that song they
that
made
was Survivor. That was the third album after the two girls left.
Tomorrow. Okay.
Latavia
Now
and
that was a
Toya.
yeah. Now
Yeah.
that was a good song too. That Independent. Now that's one of my
Independent
favorites.
one. Yeah, that was a good
Love that
song.
record. Uh, I don't know, man. I just feel like, do you even think they will ever get back together, or is she just so big now it wouldn't even matter?
It's like a Michael Jackson thing. I think we all want it, but Beyonce is hot regardless. But I really feel like if she get back with Destiny Child, I feel like they would get a number one. She'll get another number one hit.
I don't think it ever happened. And it's kind of funny.
Yeah.
Soon as she got with Jay-Z, they broke up. If you don't
Yeah.
realize.
I don't know. I think it was just all her plan. I think Beyonce was just fed up at the end because they had so many changes within the group. It was so many rumors that it was always planned for her to go solo, which I feel like it was always a plan for her to go
Oh yeah, yeah,
solo.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah, because you have to think
Matthew
about
set it
it.
up for her.
It was her whole family that was involved with that whole business, with their whole business. So,
Would you say that group deserves a biopic?
of course, yeah. But I really feel like they don't need to water down nothing. They need to give us the honest truth. And like I think somebody said that Oprah need to do an interview with Kelly and sit Kelly down and really ask Kelly, do you feel like Destiny Child was only made to build Beyonce up and make Beyonce the solo artist that she is today?
Yeah, she was the Michael of the group, but
Yeah.
I still feel like Michael's so great because Michael made a solo album at the age of 6.
Yeah, that's true.
Come on, man. A
Yeah,
6-year-old
that's
made
true.
a solo album called Ben. Talk about
Yeah.
a rat.
About a
He made an
rat,
album talking about a rat.
Yeah.
Come on, man. Go. Why only 6 songs for the album though?
Because I just wanted to do something short and simple. And I'm gonna be honest, I'm not gonna say I was in a rush, but I was just anxious. And I was just like, well, right now I think I'm just with the 6 songs. But then again, I'm thinking about I'm thinking about doing another EP, or just thinking about releasing singles, because I do have some more work that we working on now. But I'm definitely gonna be trying. My goal is to shoot videos for each song. Like I said, that first song, the intro for Say, that's on my Facebook and also on my Instagram, and it got it's at 5.5 K on 5,000 views so far. So it's yeah, and everybody love that song. It's like a motivation song.
Now, on Valentine's Day is coming up next week, I believe. Though, are you celebrating that with a female, with a lovely female?
No, I'm actually performing. So I mean, I'll be in the room with a bunch of beautiful females, but I'll be performing. So
since you're single right now, that's correct.
I got a friend.
So since you're an R&B singer, do she expect you to be super romantic all the time and shit?
Of course, yeah. But I let it. It's a job. It's like it's a job. So
Are you always in singing mode, or you just got to tap that mode in sometimes?
every day I'm in
So every
singing
day
mode.
you just ready.
Yep.
It's kind of funny though, because you kind of seem like an outgoing person, and I look at interviews like Beyonce. They say she's really introvert, but some artists know how to just hit that switch though. What's your thoughts on that for people who really know how to really hit that switch though, like that? They can just tap in behind camera like Aaliyah. Like I'm gonna use Aaliyah for example.
Yeah.
They say she was a very quiet girl behind the scenes, but once she got on the stage, she became a different person. Like, how you feel about that?
I can only speak on myself. I'm outgoing. I'm just an outgoing person. Like when we do interviews, I feel like for people to get to know the real me, I have to give you. I can't give you fakeness. I mean, I want to sound professional as much as I can, but we all make mistakes in our interviews. So I'm like I said, my personality is very outgoing. So on my interviews, hey, I could talk to you all day, and I'm gonna give you the real, and I'm my interviews. You're gonna see that I'm just an outgoing person. I'm very fun to be around.
Yeah, man, you'd be amazed, man. A lot of people be scared to do interviews, though, man.
No, I'm like, for what? You have to get out there and promote yourself, man. I mean, so
Bryce
it's no
Till's scared to
biggie.
do them, bro. He don't want to record himself at all.
I don't know why. I'm not nervous. No. I mean, you can't say I'm ugly. You can't say I'm not talented. You probably say I got a big ass head, but I mean, that ain't gonna kill me.
Hey man, you'd be surprised though, Justin
Yeah,
though. But why you feel like R&B don't hit the same no more, man? Because a lot of old artists, like you see, like old artists like in the '90s and early 2000s, they don't make R&B music no more, and they
yeah,
got these new guys who can't even sing making
yeah.
better making music. So why
I
you feel like
think
this?
I feel like the '90s people, they they had too many issues going on, and I feel like they took breaks. Like Beyonce ain't take no break at all.
Mm,
She really didn't take no. Now she could take breaks now because she a big household name. But those, like, I look at SWV for an example. They was a big girl group in the '90s. Probably one best of vocal groups in the '90s, a female version. But you know they had their ups and downs, and then they took breaks. Y'all took a too long of a break. Then y'all finally want to get back together, and your sales are just not doing. Yeah, y'all getting paid to do shows, but you know y'all probably not gonna get the money that y'all feel like y'all deserve now because y'all took too much of a longer break and y'all don't have hits, new hits. Y'all just use singing the old hits.
and then you see, and why you feel like groups though don't like the groups don't even happen no more in R&B. You don't see no more boy. Remember the boy bands were so big
Yeah,
in the '90s and the early
yeah,
2000s. That's going down with Justin Timberlake and Saint. Like,
yeah.
why you feel like that don't even happen no more nowadays?
I feel like people don't want to share that money because you have to think about it. If you got a five-boy band, you got to split money with them. You got to
Mm,
pay the record label. You got to pay your manager. You got lawyers, and each person in that group probably got different lawyers. So it becomes expensive. So I'm
man.
like, at the end of the day, if I have that, if I'm always, I feel like if I was ever in that situation, if I'm always the front man, and I feel like I shouldn't have to split the money with them guys no more, but I would never feel that way. But I would just want to take myself out of that equation because I'm looking like, well, I could get more money just being the front man and pay that one lawyer and just pay that record label that one sum, and then benefit the rest of it.
Yeah, you kind of seen it a lot though, man. I remember
Yeah,
I think Day 26 talked about that, man. They had money issues and shit. It's always
yeah,
about the money though, man. When you look
yeah.
at it, it's about the money.
Yeah, it's always about the money. But I kind of feel like and maybe they probably thought what I thought. When you get in this music business, really you don't make money off on screams,
Off
off
the show.
sales. Yeah, you make money off the shows. That's why I'm trying to tell people what your music is. Your music is your portfolio. It's like it's your resume for a job. So if that resume looks good, they're gonna hire you. So if your
Mm.
music catalog sounds good, then you're gonna get booked for those shows. Even though you're not getting money from those streams, that's fine. You're gonna get money off your shows. But you gotta make sure that your resume is good though, so you can be able to get booked.
Right. And your shows give you longevity, but do
Yeah.
you feel like which career you feel like could be longer, a hip hop career or R&B career being a rapper?
I would say a hip hop career because I feel like before they give a R&B artist because like I said, they box us too much. Before they give us a endorsement deal, they're probably because I really didn't growing up. I really never seen male R&B singers getting endorsement deals. I always saw like Beyonce, Jennifer Hudson. I saw like a lot of female R&B singers getting endorsement deals. But then you have now this generation, you see a lot of rap artists. I really never seen R&B artists on commercials with endorsement deals. So I feel like really the R&B, the hip hop will have more longevity.
I feel like the R&B because you see Frankie Beverly and Maze still performing. They about 75, 80 years old, damn near.
Oh well,
Still
yeah.
singing, I believe, as far
Okay,
as
yeah, okay, I get what you're saying. And performing wise, then yes, because at the end of the day, who's gonna go be going to the club and doing all that dropping locking when we get older? So yeah, that makes sense.
and I feel like, man, they don't got no records you can play at a cookout at a wedding no more. When was the
That's true.
last time you heard a good R&B besides yourself?
Yeah.
Another R&B record, you was like, man, you can play this at a cookout. You can play this at a wedding. When the last time you heard that good, genuine record,
The
though?
electric, the what's it called? The electric slide. Yeah,
Really, man?
the electric slide. That's like and a good. Well, I don't. I was probably R. Kelly on Two Step on Step in the Name of Love.
I would say Miguel Adorn you, though.
Okay, yeah. But yeah, that's okay. That's a
That's
good
it.
one.
After that, and before that, we had Life Jennings, who had some good records. We had Tyrese, and we had those guys. But up to Miguel, who
Yeah.
made "Adorn You." I don't feel like there's no other songs this current generation can play at a wedding. Who you gonna
Yeah.
play at a wedding? If we
Yeah,
just talking
that's
about
true.
new school artists from 2012,
Well, a lot of people say they'll play Jamie Foxx at their wedding. A lot of people, I be seeing a lot of people on Facebook how
Jimmy
they
Fox is
loved it.
part of the old school. Jimmy Fox from the
Okay.
'90s, man. That don't count though.
For new school,
You can't
no,
put.
they'll play probably on LMA.
We're talking about LMA. You play at a wedding right now.
They'll probably play Booed Up. You know, they gonna play
Oh,
that song.
it's trash.
She got that song Naked.
At a
That's a
wedding?
yeah, that's a beautiful song. Um, I would say some Jasmine Sullivan. I know somebody gonna play that album.
Oh, I love Jazz Sullivan. Jazz Sullivan
Yeah,
is one of my favorites.
yeah.
Yeah. What are some versus battles you would like to see?
I think they was talking about it early on. I want to see Justin Timberlake and Usher. That'd be good.
Mm, I
Yeah.
guess. I
But
feel
also
like
they need to do something where they do new school versus old school. That would be hot as well.
Usher and Tyrese go together better.
No.
You don't think so?
Tyrese is not a mainstream artist. He's good
You
in
don't think
music,
he's a
but
mainstream artist?
no.
Whoa now. Tyrese,
No.
my guy.
No,
I love
Tyrese
Tyrese.
Tyrese got no, he ain't Tyrese probably will go against Tank or somebody, but not Usher.
That's a good ball.
Us, yeah,
Yeah.
Usher is more on Justin Timberlake level. Like you won't see Tyrese perform at the Super Bowl, but you can see Usher perform at the Super Bowl. You can see Justin Timberlake perform at the Super Bowl.
All right, give me two more.
Um, I would say, um, I would love to see Foxy Brown and Lil Kim.
Mm, that'd be a good one. They always had a versus battle. You gotta give me something different though. But I'll take that. I get it.
Let me give you one more. Um,
That's a good one.
Jay-Z and Drake would be good.
I want to see Jay Z and Wayne go at it.
Jay-Z and Wayne. What about Jay-Z and Nas?
Mm, that'd be a good one too. Jay Z and Nas. I think Jay will watch Nas though, because I don't like Nas' beat picking ability.
Okay.
I don't like his beat picking ability, but Jay Z and Wayne, because I feel like this old. I feel like Wayne was part of Jay Z generation, and he part of the new generation. That'd be a perfect match right there. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah. That's cool.
You know, and then you said one of your interviews, you said Calvin Richardson is your cousin.
Yeah.
Okay, and he wrote songs. He wrote a Grammy Award song for "Excuse Me" for Ralph Sadiq, man, in 2002. Like, how I
Mm-hmm.
feel to have those musical roots in your family.
It feels good. Well, I'm not gonna say he is can't. Well, we share the same first cousins. My first cousin is his first cousin, so you know how black people say that's my cousin. And that's what we always been saying growing up. But it feels good, you know. Calvin Richardson. I'm very close with his brothers and all them. You know, they always reaching out to me, telling me how proud of they am of me. They always tell me if I need any type of assistance, you know, they're there to help me. But yeah, Calvin Richardson he's a very he does great work, and like everybody down here just very proud of him.
That's dope, man. That's dope. And then he did a song with Angie Stone. She's from Columbia, South Carolina.
Yes, yes.
Uh,
Her daughter used to work at my job, Wells Fargo.
she worked with her. You work with her now?
Her daughter, no, not no more.
Okay. Well, why is her daughter working? Man, she should be set for life, man.
No, you can't think that. You can't have that mindset.
Why is that?
Just because I'm rich and famous doesn't mean my child is going. I mean, after a certain age, you know how his black parents are. My dad is very successful. My dad make good money. That doesn't mean he's gonna take care of me forever. So I had to get out and get my own.
I don't know, man. I feel like, man, once you reach a certain level, man, you want to make sure your kids don't work no more. That's how I feel. It's supposed to be.
Scott Dunham ain't having that.
Well, Angie Stone won a Grammy for How They Feel. You know, she won. I mean, she won a Grammy, I believe, for More Than a Woman. He helped write
Yeah.
that song for her.
Oh wow.
You
Yeah.
know, so like,
Yeah.
what's that
He's
feeling
real.
like, man? To have all, you got a lot of musical roots inside of you, though, man.
Mm-hmm. It just feel good. It just make me want to grind even harder because I want to see my name with Grammys. I love to see shit. Shit. Just give me a BET Awards. I'll be happy with that.
Mm. So you do it for the awards.
I mean, I do it for the love because I love it. But who wouldn't want to have an award? Because an award is giving you that extra umph. It's like that can make your resume pay to go up. Like now, I start off booking, letting you guys book me for $25. Now I got these awards. Now I could double up my pay. It's like a part of
Yeah, a lot of
resume.
people say the Grammys Awards is rigged. Would you believe that?
I believe so in somewhat.
Yeah, what ways? A lot of people say the white people controlling it instead of the black folks.
I believe so because I'm gonna be honest. I'm not gonna say I'm a big Nicki Minaj fan, but Nicki has put in that work, and I just look at the fact how Cardi B, and I love Cardi B, how Cardi B just came out with one album and already won a Grammy, even though that album was good. But Nicki had put out some good work as well, and still haven't won a Grammy yet.
Yeah, I feel like Cardi's more, I guess, liked by the people.
Yeah,
You know,
I was saying the same
she
thing.
has a social media presence that's
Yeah,
undeniable. Her social media presence is so good. She has a vibrant personality on social media. I guess she's more relatable. Plus, she's in a high profile relationship, so that helps as well.
exactly.
So you know that plays into her favor. And she was on Love and Hip Hop and shit, and as a stripper, so I guess all the
Yeah,
hood rats and the ratchet girls, appeal to her and shit.
exactly.
You know, that appeal to her. Anyway, so what are some things you also have in the studio with you when you
Huh?
record? What are some things you have with you in the studio when you record?
I have a poster board. It's like an inspiration poster board. Like I have a picture of my mom. What is my goals while I'm trying to while I'm recording my music? That just helps inspire me, and that makes me just go harder.
Oh, that's dope, man. That's dope. Always need the motivation, right?
Yeah.
And how did you link up with Next to Blow, man?
Who?
How did you link up with Next to Blow?
Talking about DJ on JB.
Yeah, shout out DJ
I
JB,
just
those guys.
um I just saw something that was on my Instagram thread, and I jumped in his inbox, and he was like, "I'd love to have you on my show," which I did it last night, and it was just awesome. So that's just how I hooked up with him.
Okay, and what songs you perform?
I performed "Dancing to Your Heart" and "Yes and No."
Okay, man. Did you have a crowd or it was just like the virtual one?
It was like a pre-recording thing. It comes on tonight. Well, it comes on at 8, so it's already been planned. But yeah,
I'm definitely gonna tune into that, man.
yeah, I'll send you a link.
I definitely appreciate having you on the platform, Justin.
No problem, man. Thank you for having. Where you at? What state? You in South Carolina?
I'm gonna say, okay, man.
Okay, because I'm planning on doing a virtual concert, and once I get everything figured out, I'm definitely gonna send you an invite so you can come out.
Hey, virtual concert?
Yeah, I'm gonna have a virtual concert, but I still want like some reporters there so they could like do a report on the show and all that good stuff.
Oh, most definitely, man. I'm
Yeah.
definitely gonna give you my full, honest, and unbiased opinion review on it, Justin.
Okay.
Hey, man, you got any shots, anything before I let you go?
Nah, I just want to thank you for so much for having me, and I wish you nothing but the best in your career as well.
Hey, man, I wish you nothing but the best, man. Keep grinding, keep striving.
You too, brother. Thank you so
All
much.
right, be
All right,
safe.
brother. You too.